Well, hello friends, Fujosevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone as we are continuing to test out our Shadowreaper Anduin deck. Now, we have fallen into some aggro as I've tried to test out some other decks. So I figured I'll go ahead and try something that's been a little bit more consistent for us. At least on the first day it was consistent, and now we're kind of seeing how the meta is getting potentially a little bit faster, a little bit more aggressive. Open the Waygate Mage, maybe not necessarily the most aggressive. I'm going to guess that our opponent has a Cabal Courier. Oh, it was the Tome. Wow. Okay. That's... I mean, both of them I think were reasonable picks there, to be fair, and I probably would have rather... no, I would have rather had the Tome. I should have taken it. I genuinely expected that to be in our opponent's deck. Which, that happens. If we eat a Frostbolt, that could actually be really bad right now. Ooh. Primordial Glyphing is also bad for us, allowing our opponent to get to 2 out of 6 for their quest. So that then we just simply die. Which is a bad thing. That's, you know, that's a thing. Oh, hey, that's a card I'm going to play right now. Oh, or is that? No, I think we'll go ahead and do it this way. Simply, this might slow our opponent down a little bit. Hey, we're finally getting some mage cards, so that'll be good. Maybe we can find an ice block to try and beat their combo. That would be a fun thing to have happen. Otherwise, I honestly did try a dragon variation of this exact same deck. It ran, instead of the Lich King... Oh, actually, we're looking at that deck list right now, aren't we? Let's go back to the proper deck list. Dragon Shadowreaper? No, Raza Shadowreaper. This is the proper deck list. That's fine. Oh, maybe it's not fine. Let's see, is this going to be mirror? No mirrors. We need to get drawing. Wild Pyro's a card. There we go. We've tested a whole bunch of secrets, and we got one draw off as well. So, if you take a look at that last deck list, the major differences were instead of Lich King, we had Ysera. Instead of Cabal Shadow Priest, instead of Lyra, we were running... That's kind of unfortunate for us. We still get to draw, so that's nice. Instead of Lyra, we were drawing the Dragon package, which was nice. Wait, what are we at? We're gonna go 8 to 8. Do we want to buff like this? Let's do this. I don't know what we're gonna take. I think maybe we'll take can we take it? I think we're gonna need a 5 because we're gonna need to maintain a little tempo. Random enemy to sheep? Maybe. But we'll take 5 damage because that's going to be a little more flexible. And then let's summon a 5/5. That's also a pretty strong play, so I kind of like that. And we're drawing up to 9. And as long as our opponent doesn't do that Murloc Oracle thing right now, I think we'll be okay. So one of the things that I like about this deck is I think we deal a little bit better with aggro simply because we have so many low-costing spells. We have things like Holy Smite, we have Binding Heal, I always call it Blinding Heal, sorry. Binding Heal simply to just be able to deal with... Uh-oh, is he pinging his own minion? Oh no, awesome. So we're going to slow this quest down here a little bit. Oh, in an even better way. So that's a pretty nice steal, I think, for us to slow down our opponent's quest. I was planning actually on using Potion of Madness into Holy Smite, but Cabal Shadow Priest is just nice because it develops a reasonable body. Obviously, 6 mana 4/5 is bad, it just in terms of pure stats, but it is good because then we also stole a 2/1. So that's a 6 mana 6/6 that also gives us a mage spell. So overall, I think we're pretty happy with that turn of events. And then we have Pint-Sized Potion in order to do Potion of Madness things later on. We hope we don't have to eat an armor. Oh. And then the question is, how much pressure do we want to put on this board? How much more do we want to commit to this board? I don't really know that I want to do too much more. We do need to play a card, though. There is that unfortunate issue that we have. So we're going to buff up the Cabal Shadow Priest. And then we will say go. We're definitely looking for a very early Raza. We've obviously missed that opportunity for it to be early. We're looking for a Shadowreaper Anduin to be able to start machine gunning in a couple of pings, we could say. And we're getting a mage card, and we're going to burn our top card, so that's unfortunate. Oh no. Oh, that is awful news. That is awful, awful news. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can get our opponent down to 2. We obviously can't Holy Nova right now. I think... Let's try a Holy Smite and see what happens. We do get hit with a counterspell. Freeze an enemy minion. Oh, not having Raza is really gonna hurt. Oh, it wasn't. It was Mana Bind. We can go ahead and do this then. Eight to 9. I just want to get our Cabal Shadow Priest as high health as we can right now. That is one more, you know, activation for our opponent's quest. But hopefully that's only, you know, one more. They can't really play a Kabbalist Tome comfortably. They'll fill their hand. Primordial Drake, so now they're already at 4 of 6. So we are definitely a little bit worried, but we should be getting close, at least, to popping this first ice block. Which they often say is the first. The first is often the hardest to pop, because once we have our opponent's health low, we're talking about health here, obviously. Once that health is nice and low, then we're going to be in a little bit of a problem. Meteor, that one would be great. That'd be hilarious. Oh, that's fine. That's actually fine, because now we can Holy Nova for face damage. Even though we're obviously scared. Oh, and there comes that Kabbalist Tome that I didn't want to see. So our opponent's quest is completed. But we can definitely hope that a lot of their pieces are still in their deck. 3, Holy Nova. I don't know why I keep casting spells. I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay, I mean, if our opponent has their quest, they're good. They've already played 2 Blizzards. They played 1 Doomsayer, so they could Doomsayer Frost Nova. And to be honest, they have a Kabbalist Tome, so they're going to have a whole bunch of random shenanigans. Probably a little bit of freezage. If we could find a circle, if we were able to find a Lyra, that could be pretty nice for us. I'm guessing, I mean, that can't be anything other than Ice Block, right? Like, when you're in the situation, when you're down to 1 health, you generally play your Ice Block first to make sure there's no mistakes. This is unfortunate. Holy Nova's unfortunate. Ooh, healing it up a little. We can... I think we are very, very much going to pop the Ice Block right now. The chances of our opponent actually having their full combo is probably low. Do we need to play this? Or should we just heal? We'll play it as well. Just in case. Just in case. So that's a second ice block going on right there. So that's actually very good. This is actually very reasonable for us to be having. For us to have done. And then we developed a little bit of a board. It's going to be... It's possible, but it'll be a little awkward, I think, for our opponent to be able to burn us down. Ooh. Maybe that Holy Nova wasn't needed, but... You know what? I'll take that. Beating the Quest Mage, which I know has actually gotten a little bit popular right now. Hopefully we can climb our way back to close to that rank 10 floor. Let's go. And it looks like we go from one secret mage right into the next, so that'll be interesting. Maybe we can see if we can't reproduce our earlier results. Obviously, it doesn't look like we have quite as strong of a hand, at least, we should say, as we did last time, starting off that game a little bit. But maybe that's going to be okay, because now we have a lot more high-end, higher-costed cards that we can be drawing. Oh my, and speaking of drawing higher-costed cards... Hey, at least this time we didn't lose our Raza. Maybe we'll find out if that's going to make a difference or not. Do we want to do a little draw action? Are we just going to Holy Smite this down? Or are we going to Shadow Paint? I think I want to Holy Smite. Yes, it's direct damage. As we saw last game, direct damage can be valuable. And there was the option to honestly coin out the Northshire, but if our opponent's going to play these Cold Lights and give us our own draw... I don't think we need to do anything, especially when next turn on turn 4 we can coin out Raza. So that could be that could end up being important. But right now there's no way to know. So we're going to go ahead and... I mean, there's nothing we can do but wait. There's the one Primordial Glyphed card, a discounted spell, and our opponent continues to draw. So this is kind of more of the game plan, I think, that these decks really want to be running. And yes, there's the one damage, which is unfortunate that the Pyro can now get pinged down. But guess what? We get a free heal, so that's kind of nice. And now we're applying, you know, what I would refer to as a little bit more of real aggression here. A little bit more real pressure. Which is going to be nice, because we're going to need to continue to do this in order to really be able to win this, like we saw last time. We still have a whole bunch of healing, so even if and when we do switch to Shadowreaper Anduin, we should be good to go. Especially because, Cone of Cold, that's fine, and going to be a ping as well, I'm assuming. Oh boy. Well, then you know what, hey, it's a good thing we kept this Shadow Word Pain, right? Are we going to sacrifice this, or let this get... Shadow bolted or frost bolted. What's gonna be a better way to do it? That dies. We can afford to draw one, I think. And there's the Shadow Reaper himself. Okay. I'm gonna hang on to the small cards actually. Let's hang on to the small cards so we can kind of use that to surprise burst down this mage who's trying to set up their own crazy burst. You know, if someone's going to do... Oh, mirror image. Okay, so we know this card is mirror image. Not necessarily the best thing in the world for us, but hey, that's a card.
Let me change your mind.
Let me change your mind. And we'll just continue to heal our own face here. So that's a pretty big steal. So last time, remember, we used 6 mana to steal a 2-1. And this time we use 6 mana to steal a 2-6. So, I mean, if we count up the stats, it's ridiculous. It's going to be a 6 mana, 8, 11. Obviously, everyone would play that. But the additional fact that we're able to steal one of our opponent's cards, a little bit better, we should say. The only issue is right now that we have the only 5 attack minions, so Shadow Reaper will work a little bit against us. But there is the added benefit that we have a lot of cheap spells right now. So each one of these is going to equal 2 damage from our Shadow Reaper, that we can targeted 2 damage from our hero power when it changes. Frostbolt, that helps our opponent's quest. That's unfortunate as well. All around scary things. We don't want to play a minion right now. I don't even know how much I want to heal. Oh, I hope this is not vaporized. Ooh, I kind of really want to play this, though. I don't want to play any spells. I'm not going to play any spells. 8. I can go up to 9. I will drop the Elise if we have to. Oh, Lyra time. Oh, it is not Lyra time. And I think we all know why we're not going to play Lyra, because in the event that this did turn into... If this was going to be actually Mirror Entity, Potion of Polymorph, that's fine. I'm not bothered by that at all. Obviously, right now, we can get hit... Oh, we can't actually get Flame Strike pinged, so that's nice. Although this could get pinged, or Flame Strike down at least, we would still have 6 face damage. If all we do... If all we get hit with is a Flame Strike. So there is that. And our opponent has no generated cards. Oh, my big mouth. This is 2 games directly in a row now, where Kabbalah's Tome is probably going to come back and bite us in the Abute. Maybe we do Shadow Reaper. Shadow Reaper is going to be 5 armor, and it's going to be 2 more damage to face, depending what happens here, obviously.
What to do?
But then that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. 15 damage to face is potentially actually really good. I actually like 15, because we're going to be able to pop next turn, which I think is going to be important. Did this one already attack? Oh. Oh. Misplay of the game has been brought to you by Shadow Reaper Anduin. If I was good at video editing, I'd put in one of those Overwatch play of the games, but edit it to be misplay of the game. Oh, that's okay. I mean, we can still obviously pop next turn no matter what. So I'm not too worried. And our opponent is now, what is this, 4 of 6? So that's, never mind. We can be a little bit worried, to be honest. Firelands doesn't bother me. I'm going to kill this and pop this coming turn. That's how confident I am. Even though our opponent has 2 cards from Kabbalah's Tome, they're not going to have enough going on. Okay, how do we do this? I just talked a really big game. 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. Pint size. Do that. Do that.
Right away.
How much more do we want? Let's do a little bit more. Let's see if we can't do this right now. Hold on. 2, 4, 6. Oh, we can't do it right now. Maybe it's gonna be more important to get a big Kazakus. We're gonna get a big juicy Kazakus right now. Let's go 10. Yeah, 10 is pretty nice. Summon 3 that died. Gate 10 armor. 10 armor is what we need. And summon an 8/8. That's gonna be really nice. Do we need to do this right now? No, but we will. So if our opponent kills us this turn, obviously we lose. That's the understatement of the century. But, or the most obvious, yeah, Captain Obvious again. Edit, boom, on the screen. Obviously we've tested for everything now. This has to be Ice Block, in case we were trying to keep track. The armor could be nice though. Just at least for mental state of mind, not necessarily because it's really going to help us if the OTK combo does get going. But otherwise, it could be kind of cool. And it's going to be interesting to see what our opponent decides to do here, and what they can do. Because they still have 2, remember. Their quest is complete in hand. Oh, they're already at 5, never mind. They're way complete. They have 2 Kabbalah's Tome cards, a bunch of cards they've held all game, and a bunch of top deckers. So it'll be interesting. I mean, we pop next turn for sure. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, that's good. That's a turn. Opponent's trying to draw and really get this quest done, and obviously the whole combo piece, right? Like, there's one thing to do the combo, to actually complete the quest, I should say. But then there's another thing. Oh, so that's probably another piece of the piece, all coordinated there. Let's do this. Let's pop at 1 if we don't mind. How do we want to do this though? I don't want to draw any cards, so we're gonna go this way. Choose an enemy minion. We don't want to cast that. We'll pop this way. We'll get rid of this one. Okay. I mean, this is all we can do now. We didn't have any secret busters. Maybe we can throw one in. I know people have been talking about having this deck, the 6 mana 4/6 destroy all 1 costed cards in both hands in both decks. Again, much like last game, the first one is obviously going to be the Ice Block. Our opponent could very well, you know, just under a third of their deck is still not drawn. They could have, oh boy. What do we need to do in order to not lose? I don't think there's anything we can do. We just go and test. That was really delayed. I don't like that. I did not like that at all. Is there anything we can do? This is only priest spells, right? We could play this. Gain the 10 armor. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, no blizzard. That's good. And, oh, that's actually pretty funny. I didn't even think that it would be counterspell. Uh-oh. Let's see, did we get hit with the combo? So far, it looks like absolutely yes. It's pretty bad. Not full combo. Unless... unless this top deck is the other... Oh, it is. And it was all along. Oh, we'll let our opponent do it. There's not much you can do. I mean, we went pretty fast there. Actually, looking back, that misplay with Raza probably did cost us. We could have popped 1 turn earlier. So that's actually kind of interesting. That we did misplay ourselves into a loss. And then I wonder sometimes, even in control games, why we end up in this situation of these ranks. Oh.
Your victory proves
Yeah. That was my fault. And you know what? I think it's really important though. You got to be able to take credit for the losses as much as you take credit for the wins. That's one of the things I've been trying to do a lot more, is really analyze when I lose. What did I do differently? How did I play wrong? How could I have played differently? Played better? And that was one of those games. I think I'll double check. I'm going to go back. But I'm pretty sure if that Raza had attacked, that would have been 5 extra face damage. That would have been popping 1 turn earlier. And that might have then been being able to have avoided this last turn. Because I think that was a top deck that our opponent needed there. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. 2 Shadowreaper Anduin games against Secret Mages. So that's kind of cool. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. I'll see you next time. Keep your stick on the ice.